everyone, this is Andrea from Telegraphy and Tarot. Thanks for coming to my channel. So today I'm going to do a little outside of the norm. Um, so I was, making myself a sandwich, and I heard Spirit say, because I was getting ready to do my reading, and I heard, because I'm clairaudient, I heard Spirit say butterfly kisses. Now, to me, that reminded me of an old song years ago that people used to play, girls used to play for their fathers. Butterfly Kisses. It was about a father. He sings to his daughter about as she's growing up, as she's starting as a child, how he'd give her butterfly kisses at night, and how this moves on through her lifetime. And then this is about a marriage, about a wedding. So I thought that was interesting. And then that prompted me to take out the butterfly cards. So I'm doing that. And then as before I started doing the video, I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to be talking about a wedding. And then these other cards came out. So I'm before I did any more pulling cards out, usually I pull cards in front of you. I will pull tarot in front of you. I'm going to share these cards with you, and then we're going to do some tarot to see if this is a message for someone, because I do believe that this was talking about a message for someone who may be getting married or wanting to get married, or maybe someone's child's getting married. So let me just show you what I mean. So the first cards that were coming out were these. So the first card that came out was Soulmate, Reconciliation, Proposal. Okay, so that's how they came out. And I said, oh, wow, that's really beautiful. It seems like somebody's going to be having a reconciliation and with their soulmate, and they're going to get married. Okay, so then the next card that came out, then I pulled my butterfly cards out, and there was Heavenly Signs. So we'll read that at the end. It's a really beautiful message. And Be True to You. Really beautiful. I'll read this too at the end. We'll leave this over here so it's not in the way. I'll put it all the way over here so it's not in the way of your read here. Okay. So, as I was saying, sorry, I had to adjust that. So, as I was saying, so these cards came up first. Then I pulled an oracle card, which is Journey. So I'm going to have a few cards to read for you. And Contract. It sounds to me that this is about a wedding. And this also came out. So I believe someone's getting married. And there is some sort of amazing message here for someone. Okay. So I'm going to just pull these here. I do believe that someone may be reconciling with someone and getting married. Going the whole 9 yards here. This could be, when I'm seeing Heavenly Signs, it's very possible, this could have been a message from someone in spirit. I would not put it past them. So this is reading's only going to be for a select few here, but let's see. Someone is reconciling with a soulmate, and there'll be a wedding, okay, from this connection. Let's pull our Love Oracle and see what additional messages we could add in front of you before we pull tarot. Travel. So maybe you're going to go on a honeymoon, or you're going to be traveling together. That could mean many things moving forward, metaphorically. Social media. Maybe you met on social media. Whoa. Unexpected. Yeah, maybe you weren't expecting to connect with your person. You're reconciling. You met on, maybe you just reconciled online through social media here with your person. Okay. Finances and Between the Lines. So that's just something added on to your reading. We're going to go a little more. Okay, let's pull the Love Oracle. The Mystic Love Oracle. Yeah, we already have. So this is about the divine feminine her. Blocked obstacles. Ooh. And sex good time. All right, so and home foundation. I mean, these are really talking. So I believe you met your match here, okay? And it looks like in the past there might have been, something happened with your person. This is a soulmate, okay? Your person's a soulmate. This was a journey. I think you are going to connect now. Um, this is only for a select few, but I feel like your soulmate, this person from the past, is going to reconnect with you, okay? And the situation involves marriage. So either you're already married or you're going to be getting married very soon, okay? Why is it mentioning finances? Because I believe you're going to be combining your finances together. Okay, so what's the block obstacle? It's the only thing it's talking about. Some block obstacle here. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there's a tower moment. So let's see what we're going to find out here with tarot. Okay, Spirit, tell me, what is the story here for my viewers right now? Wow, the sun. So when the tower and the sun come out together, this is a amazing tower. This is like, wow. I didn't realize that things could be this good. I didn't realize I could be this happy. I didn't realize, like, this is like a shock. I am so, like, can't believe that they reached out to me and now here we are getting married, or they're proposing. Okay. This is a very good tower. Okay. This is a blessing. This is now the shocking thing also, just have to say, it could also be, this is a really good, this is definitely very good energy. The sun card could also represent children. Okay. But this is also bliss, happiness. So just had to say that the shock could be, wow, I'm pregnant. Okay. Just saying. So be careful if you're not interested in that. That might not pertain to everybody, just a few. However, there is definitely something very good, shocking realization here. Like, I can't believe how happy I am. I can't believe this is happening. This is amazing. Okay, that's the kind of energy it is. Very, very beautiful. This person has everything that you want. Okay. And your soulmates. So whatever happened in the past, there's a journey here. I think I'm going to read that in a minute. But there's this block. Again, there was a block obstacles. There might have been a reason why you both went different ways at one point. Okay. There might have been a reason. There was a difficult decision to be made. Or there is a difficult decision to be made. Okay, so we're going to have to see if this is talking past energy or something coming up in the future with someone that you have a reconciliation with, and now there might be a difficult decision to make. All right, it's not saying what the decision is, but these are all very, very favorable cards, and there seems to be some sort of block, an obstacle. Okay. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of it, because right now everything looks fantastic. Okay. Yeah, the ending of something. Okay, maybe it's the ending because it's saying be true to you. This card says be true to you. So make sure, this may be, something reborn. Okay, something ending and renewing. So if you were single for quite a while, or that is over, it seems like that's over. There's something new here, new life possibly. Like the end, like this could be the ending of the way things used to be, and now it's a whole new world. Okay. Especially if there's wedding, if there's a wedding involved, it's like, you're no longer dating. That would be the end of that. And it's like combining your finances, starting life, together, maybe having a family, traveling. It's a lot, buying a home together, or, living together. Yes, judgment. So I'm starting to get the picture. This is a life change. This person's changing your life, okay? If you met them already, it seems like reconciliation. If this hasn't happened yet, just keep this in mind. If you clicked on this video, that maybe you will reconcile with someone from the past. Although I don't always recommend that. This person happens to be your soulmate, and there's a reason for the journey. There was a reason, okay? And you both learned from this, okay? This judgment is a change. It's a life change. This is very good, and that's what this death of the old self is. You'll be a different person. You'll be so happy. Whether you start a new family together, the relationship the way it was is over, and now you're starting this new mature relationship. Okay, for some of you, finding a balance, Yes, I just said that. Two of Pentacles. Combining families, combining each other, finding a balance together where maybe in the past there wasn't a balance. Okay, maybe something happened that you separated at one point. Okay, that's what it seems like. And now you're reuniting together and starting this new life together. Okay, Two of Pentacles is finding a balance between the two, juggling the two, okay? Combining your lives together, combining your families together, combining your money together, whatever it is. Yes, Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting because I was going to say, then what's this block? Okay. I'm going to say that one of you spend a little bit more, okay, than the other. One likes to spend and one likes to save. That could be the only mild little block, okay? This Nine of Pentacles is someone who's working on their finances, working on their independence, okay? And if you're trying to find a balance, maybe you already established yourself as a Nine of Pentacles. Maybe you've already established yourself as someone who can stand on their own and is independent. However, you're meeting this person now, reuniting with this person, and that would find the balance of how now you've been everything on your own, how you're going to fit your person into your everyday life, okay? And combining each other together. And I think that's what it's saying. Someone could be defensive. Someone could be standing your ground. Maybe you have to stand your ground about something. Like, for instance, if you're buying a home and maybe you want to spend a little more on the home, but your partner says, I don't want to spend that much. Someone has to stand their ground. Somebody has to, um, you know, it's saying that there's someone has to be a little defensive and stand their ground about something, okay? Maybe your partner will love you so much that they want to do more for you, but you like to be independent. You want to work. You want to be able to stand your own, and provide for you as well and put into the home. So maybe that's what the issue is. And you have to stand your ground about this, okay? You have to tell them, I'm independent. I can do this, okay? And that's maybe something that's coming up here as well. Yes, and I believe you will be working together. This is the Three of Pentacles. You will find a common ground here. You'll work together and collaborate. This is a really great card of working together, and everything will be good here. That's what I'm seeing. You'll be working together, okay? Very strong energy, your person. Okay, this King of Wands is very passionate, very strong and confident, likes to travel, which I do see the travel here. They're also good fathers. They're, a good partner. So the Queen of Swords is here. Okay, and this is someone who's very strong. So you're both very strong individuals. Okay, the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords, very strong. The Queen of Swords speaks directly, fights for justice, fights for what's right. Okay, so I do think you're going to be able to work together here. And I like how it's funny how they're um, looking at each other. Okay, I think they're going to be a good combination. It's very interesting. The Queen of Swords is very strong. Okay, and and she says things like it is. Like she'll fight for justice and defends herself again with this standing your ground. So I believe you two will work out something together. Okay, although you're this King of Wands is a leader, someone who's very passionate. They're very confident, okay, and likes to, they take control here. However, the Queen of Swords is the same way. Very confident and cuts things that don't serve her anymore. So maybe it's just the way the words are used. Maybe, she's sometimes very direct. So I think you both have very strong energies and you'll work together very nicely, okay? Now, if there's some sort of conflict right now, and maybe that's what this obstacle is going to be talking about, whether it's internal conflict, I do think you're both a little different. The Queen of Swords speaks the truth. The Queen of Swords um, uh, is very intellectual. She'll think, things through. And where the King of Wands is very passionate. Maybe he just goes, let's go travel today. Pack your backpack and let's run. So it'll be good. The two of you complement. Although it may be a little conflicting, I still think you'll have a nice relationship here. You'll be able to work together. It's a little different, but yes, your person will bring you on new adventures that you haven't ventured out yet before. It's something you haven't experienced before. They're very like carefree and fun, and not saying that you're not, but the Queen of Swords is very like likes things planned out and very strict when it comes to schedules and whatnot, is what I'm hearing. um, and so it's good you two may complement each other in a different way, okay? Where that even though you're very different, um, your King of Wands energy will, allow you to, soften up a little bit. Well, the Queen of Swords will soften up a little bit and have some fun. And where, when the King of Wands has too much fun and wants to travel and spend or whatever, the Queen of Swords will say, no, we have to think logically. We can't spend, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it's saying, how different you are, but you'll both complement each other. It will give each other things that you haven't experienced before, taking risks and chances together that you haven't done before. It's real beautiful. You'll be strong. The relationship will be strong together. That you'll feel strong, and that's really nice to have. So what's the challenge between the two here? Leaving something behind could be the way of life was, okay? Maybe leaving, I don't know if you're moving somewhere. That could be an issue, okay? Yes, I believe somebody's moving. With the Six of Swords here, I think it's talking about physically moving. Now, maybe when you get married, you both have to agree on where to move. Sometimes, someone's job has to move a certain area, and that can cause a little friction between the couple, okay? So you both have to agree on that, and it's really good. Like the Queen of Swords will lay things out very quickly and talk it out, okay? And then the King of Wands will be passionate enough to, you both, he's a leader. So you both will work it out. You'll talk amongst each other and work out a plan, okay, for what's happening here. So if that's the only block that you're dealing with of where you're going to live, work it out, okay? That's what it seems like. You'll work it out. Yeah, because right now somebody, you feel like there's a little conflict. Not a little, it could be a lot of conflict where someone has to give up something, okay? And that's why Spirit's saying, be true to you. Make sure your person understands how you're feeling, okay? And I think that's what this Spirit just told us what the message is, okay? Um, don't make sure you express yourself and you tell them how you feel and you work out a plan now. Don't wait till later. Talk it out now, work it out, how you can both be happy and compromise. And that's what I see. You're both going to compromise. I think it has to do with moving or um, leaving somewhere. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Knight of Swords is happening very quickly, or you're afraid that someone could be confrontational. So whether this means someone's confrontational or something happens very quickly. Maybe the move is moving very quickly, okay? Maybe your person wants to go real quickly with this. And let's see if we could get a little more on this, Spirit. Wow, this might be buying a home, maybe or receiving a big payout. Sometimes this Ace of Pentacles could be whatever wealth means to you. Could be a child, could be money, could be buying a home, could be, could be many, many things. Could be the relationship, the marriage, whatever this is. But something's moving fast and somebody has to leave something, okay? And that's what it seems like. And that could be, and it sounds like it's someone's moving. Okay, and you want to bring a balance together, and that's what the conflict is. Okay, and I know that this can be worked out. Okay, so maybe just take a little break, maybe take a time out, take a break from the conversation and try and figure it out here. Okay. Yes, because there are plans for the future and you're waiting for the right time. I think there is a plan. Or if there's not, maybe Spirit's suggesting to come to a plan together, okay? Work out the plan. This person, the plan's already, the Two of Wands is when a choice is made, okay? But the third wand here is when you're ready to put that plan into action. You're waiting for the right time to put it into action. And maybe that's what needs to be discussed amongst the both of you, okay? Yes, the Queen of Wands here. Okay. She could be now confident. All right. So the Queen of Wands is very confident, very intuitive. She's just like this King of Wands. Okay. Very confident in themselves. Maybe you wanted to wait until you have your degree, or maybe you are working a career ladder. Okay. And maybe now what will be, you want to wait a little while till you feel confident to leave. Okay. So maybe that's all. This is just a conversation with someone, with your person, about this abundance. Maybe one person wants to leave right away and do it right away, and the other may want to wait. Okay. May just want to wait until a certain goal is achieved. This queen is very passionate. Um, is very passionate energy. Yes, and this is only just a conversation. All right. So, excuse me. So this is just a conversation. I think you're going to feel confident after the conversation. I think you're going to work out a plan together. Okay. I think someone has to decide, again, that this is a journey, like a soul journey here with the Hermit, or something will be realized here, something that you want. It may have to do with the home, I'm sensing. It's very possible. Maybe it's where you want to live or when you want to move. Maybe you can work out a plan together where you live somewhere temporarily. And then when you accomplish whatever this is that you want to accomplish and feel confident, then you go. Okay. So it has to be written out together, but Spirit's saying be true to you. Okay. Don't just do it because they want you to be true to you. Okay. What a great message. Yes, you two are very strong. You're going to be very strong together. I think everything's going to be good here. Yes. The Two of Wands is your decision. Like I said, the three had come out. So then you'll make the decision with, and I'm noticing the world in this person's hand, and travel came out. I really do believe it's a place of where you want to live. Maybe after you're married. Okay. Maybe that's what's coming up here. And it may have to do with someone's work, okay? Maybe someone, like I said, one of you may have been working very hard in your career, and you're waiting for a certain time period, or milestone, or maybe you're waiting for that raise. You're so close to getting the raise, or sometimes it's retirement. You're waiting for that certain age or something here that you could work with your partner. All right, and what this is. Yes, because this will bring security and stability here. Okay, the Queen of Wands is very independent on her own. She's very wealthy and secure and stable here. So I do believe that that's what we're talking about. Somebody wants to wait. Somebody wants to delay the plan. And I think the obstacle here is something's moving very fast. Okay. This big abundance is moving very fast. And to bring a balance, because somebody, and it may be the female energy, it doesn't have to be, but it could be, because the her energy came out, divine feminine. So it's very possible that one of you want to wait and have a delay. And if you notice this delay, this hangman has illumination around the head, which means they had time to think. And I think that's what it is. Somebody wants to think. Maybe it's the finances. Maybe they want to plan where they're going to live. Maybe they want to research first. The Queen of Swords is very statistical thinker here. Whereas the King of Wands is someone who's very passionate. He's a very good leader, and they are very passionate. So they're drawn by their passion and they just go for it. So I think, it's just working out together, so that you're both happy, finding the happy medium together. Okay. And that's what I think. So it's not a bad idea. Maybe Spirit's suggesting be true to you and make sure you communicate that to your person. Okay. So you don't have any regrets of the future. Wow. Empress. Yes. So whether this is talking about a baby, butterfly kisses, I'm not sure. But this could also be abundance. Okay. So maybe, this is what you wanted to achieve and one wants it sooner than the other. It could be vice versa. So this could be, for many people that are receiving this message here, abundance, growth, um, finding your grounded together. Is there a butterfly? Oh my God, guys, there's a butterfly. Wow. Okay. So all the butterflies are around. Do you see the butterfly? So I do believe, and then I just think this is such a beautiful reading. Okay. That there is abundance coming. If this obstacle is that someone wants to have a baby, but the other person isn't ready yet, your partner isn't ready yet, or vice versa, it's just saying just to delay the plan, okay? And talk to each other and be true to you, because that is what is the most important. And Spirit wanted to bring that up. I just noticed that butterfly. Wow. Okay. So what I'm going to do is read these cards to you, because there's a lot. And I'm sorry if you hear that car driving by. I have my window open. So the first card you received was Heavenly Signs. And I'm going to read this to you. So it says, have you been seeing a lot of butterflies lately, dear one? This card comes to you as one of many signs you're receiving from above to let you know that you're loved and watched over. Heaven frequently dispatches butterflies to signal that a passed on loved one is happy and sending you encouragement. That's what I was kind of feeling. If you have a father figure in spirit or a grandfather, maybe this song was important. If you have to look up that song, I'll put the link in the description box. Butterfly Kisses. It's a very beautiful song. So it's saying heaven frequently dispatches butterflies to signal that a passed on loved one is happy and sending you encouragement. It says additional signs may include birds, feathers, and rainbows, or something else in nature. Or your signs might involve coins, music, or other human-made items. You're asked to notice and trust these signs so that you'll feel heaven's presence in your daily life. When you know that you're watched over and loved, you feel safer and more secure following the path of your dreams. An anniversary or birthday, answered prayers, Achieving big dreams, one little step at a time. It's such an amazing card. Okay, and then we have be true to you, which I believe is another main message for you. Be true to you. And that definition is you drew this card because of an inner conflict. You're struggling to make a decision about your next actions. You worry whether following your desired path is the right choice and how doing so will impact others. The answer is that you must be true to yourself. Any path where you compromise your vision will put you out of sync with the rhythms of success, health, and happiness. Of course, you'd never do anything to harm another person or ignore his or her needs. However, you can't harm or ignore yourself either. And as you are truly happy, you automatically lift up those around you. And you also become a role model for following your inner truth. So, additional meaning is be assertive, like that Queen of Swords. She's very strong and direct. Okay. Be assertive, speak your truth, and stand up for your beliefs. Accept and enjoy your unique qualities. Be creative and free spirited. Don't be swayed by outside pressure. This is a really important message here. Okay, so the other two cards you had were Journey and Contract. I do believe we're talking about like a marriage here, okay? So I'm just going to read Journey for you. Okay. So pack your bags. The Journey card foretells upcoming travel or a shift in location. It may be as simple as a vacation, a retreat or class, or even a work-related trip. This card could also signal a move of residence or a job relocation. The upright position indicates that the plan should go off without a hitch. Still be clear about your motivations and mindful of logistics. All of life is a journey, and this card is telling you that you have some exciting and inspiring adventures ahead. Definitely, that's exactly kind of what I was saying about a move. I think that's what's happening here. And 6, Contract. I think you're getting married and you're moving. Okay, so it'll work out. Whatever you're feeling is going to work out when you talk to each other. There'll be growth here. Okay, it's beautiful. Partnership, legal commitment. This card shows a contract in the background ready to be signed. I don't know if you want to see it up close. And I just wanted to share this one with you so you could see it. It's beautiful. All right, so let me read contract. This card shows a contract in the background ready to be signed, indicating a committed connection of some sort. This union may be a business deal, the sale of a home, a new job, or even a commitment in marriage. Whatever the connection, this card is more than a casual agreement. It's usually something that requires a document that's binding, at least for the time being. The scales of justice also indicate that if a legal action is underway, it is likely to turn out in your favor. This card shines a light on potential new opportunities, so remain aware and receptive to what may be coming your way. Okay, you're definitely getting married, and it'll all work out. This is abundance. This is the mother. This is growth. This is amazing ending of the reading. Okay, this is fabulous. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Little lovebirds here. These are the swans in love. I love this beautiful crystal. It was my mom, so this was perfect to pull it out today. And I will put the Butterfly Kisses song in the description box, a link to the YouTube video. And all right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked your reading. And please like and subscribe. I'll see you again. Until next time. Congratulations.